Hey guys, it's Dan and welcome back to another video. 2 Minecraft videos in 1 week. What is this? I know, it's kind of crazy. Don't get too excited though because we're still working on the staircase over here and it's taken a bit. But with all that, I hope you all had a very lovely New Year's and are sticking to your New Year's resolutions and are doing the best that you possibly can at achieving your goals and becoming who you are going to be in the future. And that's not really what I'm going to be talking about today. Today is going to be something entirely different. Today, I am actually going to be talking about my first time going viral. Now, I know some of you guys might be like, what are you talking about? You haven't gone essentially viral. I've had one video on this channel break 10,000 views, which I thought was spectacular, but I don't know if I consider that to be like the start of going viral. And what I actually ended up having happen was I created a TikTok just kind of showcasing my photography stuff, and it essentially went viral in my mind. I feel like anything over 15,000 views is starting to go viral. I know that that has definitely changed in this day and age where you probably need to break several million views to really truly go viral. But for me, it was like the closest I have ever had to like a truly viral video. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. So I will say, like, I know that most people consider going viral several million views, and mine barely broke 40,000, which is nowhere near what most consider to be viral. But for me, it was definitely a step in the right direction and a step to essentially going viral. And I just kind of want to hop on here and share like the thoughts and feelings that it made me have and just kind of like what that experience was like. So, like I said, it was just a TikTok that I had posted and it was nothing crazy. It was just like a very simple type of video. I literally just posted pictures that I had taken at one of the games just to maybe like try in hopes to just try and drive some more people that maybe were at the games and hadn't seen the pictures that I had taken and stuff to go check out the Instagram and maybe bring some people to come in and taking a look at my work and maybe doing some bookings and stuff with me. So it wasn't anything like super crazy. It was just a very simple, like, these are the pictures that I took. Enjoy. And it went psycho, at least in my mind. And the strangest part for me, too, was the fact that it took several days to even take off. Like, I posted it and it stopped at like 100 views. And I was like, darn, that kind of sucks. And then I checked my TikTok a couple days later and it was just like, hey, congratulations, you have now broke 20,000 views. And I was like, I beg your finest pardon. What do you mean? And I will truly say that it was wild seeing the amount of profile views, the amount of comments, the amount of follows, the amount of just everything that I got on there. Granted, it was nothing like what some of these larger creators especially are getting. But for me, it was just astounding because I had never seen numbers like that. I had never seen engagement like that where it was several hundred comments, several thousand likes. And it was just like mind blowing to me, honestly, because I just have never experienced anything like that before in my life. And I will say that it very truly was something that made me want to just keep going and not give up. It made me just want to stick with doing posting those pictures continuously and seeing what kind of reach I could get. Unfortunately, I did try to post some more and they didn't really get that kind of reach. I don't know if TikTok kind of banned me, like gave me like a shadow ban because I didn't want to pay for promotion type stuff. And I'm only saying that just because of the fact that after that video kind of blew up, they're like, hey, how about you pay X amount to reach so many more people? And why don't you do this and do that? And I was just like, no, I'm not really here to pay for my content to bring it to other people. That's not really what I'm about. Which, if that's something that you're into, that's totally fine. It's just not necessarily what I myself want to do. I'm not the biggest and most keen on like promoting my content in that type of way. I don't really feel like it's necessarily like effective to pay for my content to try and reach a broader audience. To me, that doesn't sit right. I want to be more of like a natural growth thing. Like people actively like find me and they're like, hey man, I kind of like this. I'm going to stay here. And like paying for that type of reach just to me honestly feels disrespectful, and it just feels like the easy way out. Some people may see it differently, which that's totally okay. I'm much more of someone that wants to like gain everything I have naturally and do it in a way that's truly meaningful, and it shows that I've like essentially worked to get to where I'm at. I didn't just pay essentially and live off of somebody else's hard work to get there. We are gonna head to bed because I really don't feel like working in the nighttime. And I will say, like I did earlier, it was super exciting to see all of the people that found it interesting and wanted to follow, and just the engagement that it got. Because it's something that I'm not super familiar with. I know, like, in my I'm always a lurker video, I typically don't post very much. I don't get much, like, engagement per se, especially on types of content like that. And I'm very grateful for YouTube and the fact that it has started to grow, but it was just something different. And I definitely started to kind of fall for the trap of being like, oh, wow, like I want more of this. It was really like an ecstasy high. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was just super like, oh my God, I wonder if I can do it again. And it was like a challenge, which I think can be a good thing. But there are times that you end up falling for that trap and end up becoming one of those people that you maybe pay for, that you pay for views and forget like the dedication that you have and the work to try and grow your content. I'm going to have to destroy a lot more forest just for this staircase. Like, I do think that it's super important to keep that drive and keep that ambition and keep chasing that next, like, that next big hit, essentially. But you just can't let it be something that ends up driving you crazy, almost like a drug. You can't let it just grip you so strongly that that's all that you can think about. I will be very, very happy for the time that I had, and I'm hoping that maybe one day I can reach that type of success again. But I'm not going to sit here and just like tear myself up about it. And I think that that's what a lot of people do, is they chase these viral highs, like the Haktua girl. She definitely had her one hit and then tried to build some sort of an empire on it. And from the sounds of it, it sounds like she made some missteps with cryptocurrency, which is something that I myself would never do. I know that for a fact that I don't know enough about crypto to even think for the slightest second that I should get people to purchase some random meme currency that I think is a good idea. I guess with that, you guys, just never let everything go to your head. Don't end up trying to become something that you truly aren't. I will say I am essentially grateful, like I did, for that little taste of virality. I hope to get it again, but I don't want to continue to chase it and make it be something that's like, okay, this is what my life is about. This is my sole purpose, is to try and go viral. Like, that's not the right way to do it. Of course, being in content creation, you want to go viral and you want to get that engagement and that reach with everyone, but just don't let it be something that traps you, essentially. I know that I almost fell for it, and I was definitely like, man, why can't my other videos get that same kind of reach and engagement like my last one? But I just kind of sat there and was like, okay, this is probably for the best. I should work on just creating my content to be more engaging and make more people want to see it than trying to pay for it. And I guess that's kind of the whole point that I was trying to get at, but it was just like on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't quite figure out the words to say, like, yeah, I want to be able to do that myself. I don't want to pay for it. I know that some of these types of companies may inevitably end up kind of gatekeeping you from being able to reach that possibility, which is a little messed up if you do ask me. But there's a time and a place for it, and your hard work will eventually pay off no matter what you do. So, yeah, that was my first kind of experience with it. I know that my dating sucks or relationship sucks video did kind of pop off, which I'm very grateful for, but it didn't reach kind of the same height that this last one did. And I'm okay with that. I think that gives me a little bit of a driving force and be like, okay, that's my starting point. What other topics can I cover that people are interested in and can kind of relate to? So, did you just hurt yourself, bro? So with that, you guys, I think I'm going to call it quits for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I hope you found it interesting kind of listening to me ramble on about my first time going viral and how cliche and dumb it sounds, but it was just something that I figured I'd hop on here and talk to. I want to know if any of you guys have gone viral before, and if you did, what do you think caused it? Was it just your content, or do you think you got lucky? For me, I think at least with this one, I definitely got lucky because it didn't stand out too much more than my other stuff, at least I think. So I think I definitely got lucky, but I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts, feelings, and opinions are, and what you have done to go viral in your own way. But with that all being said, you guys, my name is Dan, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.